he played his last round of golf right here at Champions because that right foot of his gave out on him on the 4th hole, and he went into that creek. And he used to lose his right. He lost his right foot against Fleck in the Open in San Francisco because they had top-dressed the tees back there with sand. And his foot gave out on him, his right foot, and he put it in that high grass and tied Fleck there. But he would, I've seen him lose that right foot.
Well, he wrote about the right foot extensively in his book, about how he'd feel like he'd kind of push it in off that instep, and he'd feel like he could just
he even put different kinds of spikes in his shoes because he wanted that right foot to drive the swing, and that's where he got this the ball. You know, if you're thinking in terms of going forward, he rarely thought of going backwards. He thought in terms. He thought more of forward. He never thought like a great forward passer. He thinks in going forward. He never thinks of the. I mean, I'm not a passer, but I'm assured that a good passer doesn't think about his backswing. He thinks more of like Flutie or one of those little guys. He thinks of getting that ball forward.
In his book, his first book that he actually wrote here, Power Golf, he only devoted 2 pages basically to the backswing. Not that it wasn't important, but I mean, he was, you know, the downswing and the move into the ball and how you started that forward move was.
Well, if he didn't think. You see, he thought forward because he didn't win a tournament for 6 or 7 years. You couldn't think backwards with that record. I mean, I'd be driving a truck. But he thought still in forward that he was going to get there. Forward, forward, never backwards, you know. That's his theory. He thought in terms of going forward and making changes. He knew he had to make changes. He knew that swing wasn't going to cut it. He knew it wasn't going to cut it. He needed the time. He practiced just endlessly because he wasn't gifted as Demerit, who had a natural ability, or some other players that you see never hit a ball. I mean, guys that Seve Ballesteros and guys when they're in there, they never hit balls. They could just, Snead didn't hit that many balls, didn't practice just like Hogan did. Byron Nelson didn't really have to practice. He hit it so straight, he didn't really have to practice that much. Ben wasn't that fortunate. He really, like he said, he dug it out of the dirt. He really spent some time out there. Like there's a guy out there named Vijay Singh that does the same thing.